Hi there. Thank you for tuning in and for sending your questions. I'm Dr. Clelia Lima, nurse practitioner with a passion for wellness. And today our topic is gonna help you to identify important steps to start your intermittent fasting safely. So the 5 steps to start your intermittent fasting will include identifying your goals and how to choose the best method that fits your lifestyle. And also, we're gonna talk about how to plan your meals. Okay, so let's dive in. So first of all, intermittent fasting is not a diet; it's a lifestyle. Basically, you have intervals when you eat and the intervals that you fast. So the intervals that you fast is longer than the intervals that you eat. So there are some added benefits to intermittent fasting, and I thought it was so cool when I saw that. First of all, you save money because you're going to be eating less. And also you're going to be snacking less, so the chance to eat junk food is going to be diminished too. So this is added benefit. And also, if you don't like cooking, you're going to have more free time because you're not going to be cooking too much. And also the other thing I thought was kind of funny, the added benefit of intermittent fasting is reduce your decision fatigue. And I think about my mom. She doesn't like cooking, and every time that she, has to prepare something, she's like, "Oh, what am I gonna cook?" So the decision fatigue is kind of diminished too because you don't have to cook as much. So step number one: identify your personal goals. Why you want to do intermittent fasting? What is your objective? It has to be personal. It has to be something that you want to do, and why you want to do is something that only you can answer that question. So identifying your personal goals, it's very important. Maybe you want to lose weight. Maybe you want to control your blood pressure, or control your cholesterol, your sugar, or just your mental health, your focus, your sleep. Could be many goals, or could be a combination of those two, right? So if you want to control your weight, if you want to lose weight, most likely you're going to have to be patient because you're going to be, little by little that you're going to see results. Usually people lose like half pound to a pound, maybe a pound a week, so just identify how many pounds you want to lose, and celebrate little by little. So if you want to control your blood pressure, maybe you're going to take a couple of months to see the results. That's how it happened to me. It took a couple of months. If you want to control your cholesterol, most likely you're going to see results maybe in 3 months because you need to do blood work, right? And that's more or less, the time that it's going to be checked. If you want to control your sugar, I want to make sure that you understand that if you take medication, especially if you take medication, you want to have a healthcare professional to follow you very closely as you do this for health reasons, especially if you take blood sugar medication. So your goals is going to be tied to your lifestyle and your preferences, because you have to choose something that you feel happy about, that is easy for you to follow through, because this is going to be for long term. So just choose what fits your lifestyle the best. Step number two: prepare yourself mentally and physically. This is not the kind of lifestyle that you just turn a key and tomorrow you're doing everything. It has to be little by little, step by step. And preparing yourself mentally is a very important thing, and physically as well. So first of all, avoid processed foods and avoid sugary foods, because if you try to start intermittent fasting without doing that, you're going to have withdrawals and you're going to feel miserable, and that's not a way to sustain long term. So stop snacking between meals. When you start, these little details that you start changing, you are preparing your body and, psychologically, like, no, now I don't need to snack anymore between meals. Now I am avoiding all this processed food and all the sugary food. And one thing that I know help a lot of people that are really addicted to sugar, and that was one of those. I was like, I always ate healthy in every other way, but the little chocolate and the little cake and ice cream was always, a big temptation for me. So to interchange the sugary, refined sugar foods by something sweet, but that has some nutrients, some value for your, fiber and vitamins. So you can exchange a piece of cake by some raisins or some dates. Later, we're going to talk about the glycemic index and how to avoid things that are healthy but too much sugar. But for now, just to adjust, you can start by exchange that for a piece of fruit, something on those lines. So be good to yourself. Just be patient and little by little. Don't compare yourself with anybody else. It's your own journey, it's your own thing. So whatever you're doing, it has to be good for you. You have to be happy about doing the choices that you are doing. So, and the other thing is, preparing yourself mentally. You don't need to do it perfectly. Okay, you can fall off the wagon and just get back on it again. Nobody does it perfectly. You only lose if you give up. So do your best, and your best is enough. Okay. Step number 3: choose the fasting method that fits you, your lifestyle. And we're gonna go ahead and tell you a few of the uh, choices for intermittent fasting. As a matter of fact, intermittent fast is such a broad term. It includes so many different ways to do it. So today we're going to talk about, the main ones and the ones that I recommend. Okay. So there is the intermittent fasting that is called 5-2. The 5-2 is when you do the intermittent fasting for 5 days, and 2 days it's free. You can eat whatever you want. Naturally, we recommend that on the days that you are free, you don't indulge yourself in all the junk and bad foods, because you don't want to get your body confused with, getting all these bad things. But if you go to a celebration and eat a piece of cake or get some ice cream, it's not bad either. Okay, so be happy and just moderation. So the other method is 24-hour fasting, 1 or 2 days a week. Is a whole 24 hours fasting once or twice a week. The other method that it's very common out there is the alternate days fasting. So one day you do the fasting, the other day you don't do. It could be the 24-hour, or could be the intermittent fasting every other day. And the other one is the prolonged fasting. It could be 36 hours, it could be a few days. Personally, I don't recommend those for most people unless you really need to lose like 50 pounds, 100 pounds. You might benefit from doing the long fasting, but those are not for everybody. Okay. So the most common one, the one that is easier to get into, is the 5-2-18-6. So 5 days intermittent fasting, 2 days free, 18 hours fasting, 6 hours eating. Okay. And now we're going to go each step how to get there, because it's not overnight. Okay. So first, do the 12-hour fasting. The 12-hour overnight fasting, it's very easy to do. Most people are already doing it without calling intermittent fasting, because if you have dinner at 7 and you have breakfast at 7 in the morning, that's 12 hours and you slept most of it, right? So, but some people don't, right? So if you're doing the 12-hour intermittent fasting already, you can, skip to the next step. If you're not doing that yet, that's the first one, uh, to make sure. And already, the preparation that we talk about, no snacking between meals, and choosing the healthy foods. The second step on this one is skipping random meals. Okay. So whatever meal you choose to skip is fine. Could be breakfast, lunch, dinner. In different days of the week, you can skip different meals, and you're going to realize that, oh, I skipped breakfast and I'm feeling good. I'm energetic. I can exercise. I can do my things, and I'm fine. So you are preparing yourself, to get to your goal. And then when you're doing that and feeling good, you can start increasing the window of fasting. Instead of 12 hours, you can go 13, 14, and you go, little by little. And you feeling good, you can increase the window that you're fasting. Just make sure that when you're fasting, uh, includes the overnight, okay? And also make sure that you don't eat too close to the time to go to sleep. At least 3-4 hours before bedtime should be your last meal. The longer the period before you go to sleep, the more benefit. So just, get yourself this window, little by little, until you can get the 18 hours. And before you know, you got the 18 hours. How long is going to take for you to get there? Maybe a couple of weeks, maybe more, but just listen to your body. Don't jump too fast, because uh, for better results, for better success, is to go little by little and listen to your body and feel happy when you're doing it. Because if you're miserable, if you're feeling bad, when you think, it doesn't work. You have to be happy when you're doing it. And let me tell you, you don't feel hungry when you're doing it, step by step, and little by little. You're not going to feel hungry. And if you do feel hungry, sometimes, the girling hormone, remember we talked about that, previously. The girling hormone might spike a little bit and you feel a little hungry. Some people do. You just drink some water. You can drink some coffee, tea, as long as it's not with sugar, okay? No cream, nothing like that. And the hormone is going to go down, and then you feel good again, and keep going. There is a question here that came in. Is it okay to fast for 18 hours every day? So, study shows that this window of 18-hour fasting promotes health benefit. And it's safe to do this every day if that's, what you feel good about doing it. And again, depends on your objective. If you want to lose weight and you want to maintain your weight and all of that, it might be a good choice for you. The other thing that I like to recommend is that if you're doing the fasting to lose weight, it's you can stretch a little bit more, like more days and more hours. If you're doing for other benefits that is not to lose weight, and you are losing too much weight, you have to step back a little bit. That's what happened to me. So instead of doing 5 days a week, maybe you have to do 3 days a week. If you're doing 7 days a week, maybe you do 5 days a week. So you wanna have a good balance. So now step number 4: plan your meals. I like to say that I plan my meals when I go grocery shopping. If I buy the good things that I know is good for my health, that's what I'm going to have at home, and that's what I'm going to eat. So plan to buy healthy fats, healthy protein like salmon, lean meats, low fat um, chicken, good cheese and yogurt, and just, salmon, avocado, eggs, things that are very high dense foods, high proteins and good fats. And the carbohydrates, which would be your vegetables by the complex carbohydrates. So you can eat good food and feel uh, healthy, satiate your hunger. You should not feel hungry, okay? If you eat in the proper foods, you're not going to feel hungry. So uh, just swap the, the empty calories that, usually we buy and eat for the healthy carbohydrates and good fat and protein. So one thing that I want to just touch a little bit is about the oils that we use to cook. Vegetable oils are not recommended. They they have very adverse effect for your health, including the trans fats and all of that. So if you want to cook with a good taste, you can use butter. Ghee butter is one of the best one, but the regular butter it's better than vegetable oil. Avocado oil, gergeling oil, those are good, options too. And olive oil was one of the things that I changed, recently because I like to cook with olive oil, like for many years. But then we keep learning, right? Veg, olive oil is good for salads and for cold. If you put on the top of your food, it's cold is fine, but not um, to heat. Okay, so little things that make a difference, right? Now, this one here, I know some people are going to be really angry when I say it, but juices and sodas should be eliminated. Usually I don't like to say eliminated, I just to say avoid or decrease, but sodas especially, like, it kills your good bacteria in your gut. And remember, we talk about how much that has to do with so many processes in our body. So yeah, just stay away from them. Coffee, tea, those are fine. You can eat, drink those without breaking your fast. As long as you don't put sugar or cream, you can have tea and coffee. If you really have difficulty drinking water, because that's one of the most important things, way back before you start, you have to increase your water intake at least 10 cups a day. 3 liters of water is the minimum because you need to hydrate yourselves really well, and that will help you to not to feel hungry too, because you keep yourself hydrated. So if you have difficulty with water intake, you can put some lemon to give a little flavor, but just be careful with flavored water, because they say natural flavor, but we don't know what they mean by natural. And usually the chemicals that goes with that, it's not good for your health. So and also I read about those that they, even though they don't have calories, they may trigger your hunger and your cravings. So I would just try to do the plain water, or a little bit of lemon might be okay for you as well. So the question that came here, can I drink Coke Zero while fasting? Well, I already said that I would stay away from sodas altogether. There is a myth about diet sodas and um, zero calories, zero everything. So it's not zero everything. All the chemicals that comes with the zero Coke and all the zero beverages out there, it kills your gut bacteria, and I would not recommend that at all. So I'm sorry, that's not one of the good one. And the fifth step, and the last one, is celebrate. Have fun. When you are changing habits, when you are trying to make good choices, celebrate every little accomplishment, every little victory. Get yourself a pat on the back and do a happy dance, tell your friends how happy you are that you're sticking to your goals, that you are progressing. Because when you think about it, we change by feeling good, not by feeling bad. And when we celebrate, we get a spike of dopamine, and that's the feel good hormone. So, it is a neurotransmitter that just like, whoa, I did good. High five myself. So celebrate and just see that you are progressing. It's not just the final goal. And that, as a matter of fact, what is a final goal, right? We are always in a journey for better results. So remember that sometimes you are with goal to lose weight, but you get other benefits. That is not just the numbers on the scale. You feel better when you put clothes that fits better because you lost some inches instead of pounds. You gain some muscle mass. So there are different ways to see progress. Maybe you're sleeping better, your focus is better, so you have more energy. So just be mindful to see the little other benefits that you might be getting. So um, this is just a way to make your goals stick and just be part of your lifestyle, because we're talking about long term, and it's always an effort. So you deserve to celebrate. You're doing a good job. So little by little, day by day, we are always progressing. Don't expect perfection, because that's not a goal, right? There is no way to obtain perfection. But you celebrate when you're doing good, and if you fall back, no problem. Get back, on track again. I'm very proud of you for thinking about, changing some things in your life and going the right direction. And I'm here for you. Okay. This is all for today. Please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and share my link with your friends. Okay. Keep moving towards your best self. Be healthy and feel well.